We're raised in systems that tell us not to dream too big, because then you can't fall as hard when you don't make it. Life is supposed to be hard. You're supposed to work hard for your money, for everything that you need. You're supposed to hustle. That is all a survival thinking and not the truth of what will happen to them or their kids if they reach too far. When you say, I want more ease, I want more love, I want more abundance, then your mind goes, no, you can't have that. That's not how it works. You have to earn it. So this is for everyone that's being told that they're too soft, too needy, or too unrealistic. I'm here to remind you that you're allowed to feel and want and receive. And I stay soft. I keep having an open heart. That is fucking power. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I have a story, okay? A little story time. A small thing that turned into this big discussion going on in my head, and I want to talk about it. So I was in the shower thinking about lunch, okay? Of course, thinking about food. What else? What else do I think about? But no, so I had noodles in the fridge from the other day that I cooked, okay? With broccoli and all that. So I was thinking, okay, I can eat the noodles from the fridge, which I don't really want right now, you know. Or I can get a sandwich from one of the stores I really like because I really want that sandwich. And then I was having this debate in my head of being like, okay, am I being greedy? Am I being spoiled? So I was asking myself, am I being greedy or am I choosing self-love when I eat the sandwich? Which is crazy, okay? I always come up with these scenarios and all these different words in my head. Like, I always make the smallest thing into the biggest thing. I just want to find out more things, and I go really into detail about everything. I just stopped myself and asked myself, is that being greedy or is that choosing self-love to give myself the sandwich that I want to eat? Remind you, it's only a $15 sandwich, okay? It's not a big deal. But I, in my head, had these questions, okay? So am I allowed to choose ease? Am I allowed to go the easy route? Because we're taught all of these rules that we can't want too much, that being soft is being weak, and that we have to earn every bit of joy. Like, obviously, it would be smarter financially to choose the noodles that are already cooked in the fridge. You know what I mean? So going out and getting something new in this economy that we're in, with the budget that I personally have, is a little crazy, okay? Let's get into, where did this mindset even come from? Why are we always taught and told that we can't have it all and that we shouldn't always get what we want? Because life is not fair, right? Into one of the most socially accepted limitations that we carry, because who told us that we can't have it all? Why can I not have it all? We're taught that choosing something that we want, even though we already have something, is selfish. Is it selfish to go after something that you actually want instead of the thing that you don't really want? Why do I call myself greedy for simply wanting something better, more joyful and more aligned? Yes, I already have something, but upgrading that, why am I seeing that as something greedy? Yes, if I think about it, rich people always get the new thing, are always in this consumerism, but I know that's not even me as a person. I don't even buy a lot of stuff. So why am I feeling bad for simply choosing one thing for myself every now and then? Why do I have to make myself feel bad? And then I was like, okay, let me look up what greedy means. Let me try to figure out the definitions. And greed comes from fear. Greed stems from not having enough and wanting more. And the real difference here is that I already have enough. I already feel like I have enough. I can literally eat the noodles and be fine, but I want something for myself. I want to love myself and give myself something that I deserve. Trust that you're allowed to want more and that more exists for you. So being greedy would be like, I need more so I can feel good. I need more without even being present. Something to fill your emotional void. And self-love is intentional. What would truly satisfy me right now? I honor my desires. I look out for what I really want. I deserve this today. And not being stuck in that lack mentality as well, of being like, okay, I have to eat the noodles because I don't have that much money right now. All of that needs to go, okay? We need to be in the abundant mindset of knowing everything will come to us, and we need to go after our desires, after what we want. We have to truly be aligned and feel what we want. So if I'm not being greedy, why is everyone always telling me I can't have it all? I was literally at work the other day and my manager told me, oh, you can't have it all. We were talking about something and that conversation came up, and I remind myself how I heard that my whole life. Everyone always saying, well, be happy with what you have. You can't have everything. Like that limitation. especially from adults that were stuck in their struggle. We're raised in systems that tell us not to dream too big because then you can't fall as hard when you don't make it. Life is supposed to be hard. You're supposed to work hard for your money, for everything that you need. You're supposed to hustle. That is all a survival thinking and not the truth. And it probably comes from survival conditioning of our history where our ancestors couldn't have it all and they still live in that scarcity mindset where there was limited food, shelter, or opportunities, or even the religious guilt of wanting too much is sinful or prideful. The idea of having it all is dangerous for a system that depends on people staying small, staying in their class. So to protect their children, people say, don't get your hopes up, life isn't fair, be realistic, stay rational. But in reality, they are just afraid of their potential. They're afraid of what will happen to them or their kids if they reach too far because they never been there. They never knew, they don't know what's over there. So staying small, staying in your lane is more comfortable. Staying in the comfort zone, staying small, that's where people live in because they don't even want to dream too big. They think their dreams are unrealistic. They think dreams are just dreams and that people can't achieve them. They see people achieving them, but they're like, oh, well, that's not me. That's not for me. I can't do that. But you can. Everyone can. It's just about if you actually want to. And also, if you're doing it with the right intention, because we don't want to go into that actual greedy mindset of needing everything and wanting more, because once you get the little tastes of something great, you will want more. So staying in your lane, staying aligned, and not becoming greedy is really hard. And that happened to me in one of my relationships where someone was going too high, was going too far, and totally lost sense of themselves and lost everything. That's what happens. But that only happens if you're actually greedy. And yes, you can always lose everything in life, okay? I'm not saying you can't lose nothing, but are you scared to lose it? Or do you know that you'll get it back? Do you know that you're abundant and know that you can build it back up? The survival part of the mind doesn't want you to have it all because it needs problems to fix and stays alive by identifying with lack. When you say, I want more ease, I want more love, I want more abundance, then your mind goes, no, you can't have that. That's not how it works. You have to earn it. Because if you already have it, your ego has nothing to fix, nothing to work for. So the first step is definitely knowing that you already have it all, so you can't become greedy, but wanting more for your best interest because you love yourself. That is the way you want to go. Obviously, you will be more obedient if you think your joy has to be earned. If you think success is rare, then you don't even try to go there. And the higher ups tend to look down on people that are too soft, need support, or ask questions. Bullies, narcissists, and the whole world trying to harden you and try to make you reactive, try to make your heart cold. Staying soft in a world like this is even harder. You have to be even stronger to stay soft when everyone's trying to break you down. So when someone tells me, oh, you're too soft, or you're too gentle, or speak up, I'm not bothered by that because I know how much power it took to stay soft. I know how much I had to go through to stay soft my whole life and not let anyone turn me cold-hearted. Everyone sees softness, ease, and gentleness as a weakness. But I've always been soft, and people always make me feel like I'm not enough or not cool if I'm not tough. But I am tough. I've been through a lot, and I stay soft. I keep having an open heart. That is fucking power. Like, I don't think you really understand it until you actually go through it. Yes, I could be hard. Yes, I could be all that. Yes, I could be tough. And I can be if I want to be, okay? I will be if I have to be, but I generally stay soft. I stay kind, loving, and gentle with everyone around me. And if they show me the truth and I don't like it, I will not talk to you. I don't have to be rude to be strong. And having it all can look different for everyone. It doesn't mean you need everything. It doesn't mean you need perfection. You just need to redefine the all. All doesn't mean all the money in the world, all the power in the world, but wanting a life that's rich in ease, in love, in purpose, in peace. All doesn't have to be greedy. You're allowed to have it all. You're not crazy for wanting more ease in your life. You're not crazy for actually wanting to enjoy life. Stop letting people tell you life is not fair, because that's exactly what my dad told me when I was a young kid, and I remembered that exact moment. We had a duplex and my dad was playing with my brother in the backyard. We had like a little swing set and I was trying to play with them or something. I don't know exactly what happened. I just remember me being like, man, this is not fair. Like, they're not giving me back my toy or something. They're not letting me play, right? So I was like, man, that's not fair. And my dad literally told me life is not fair. And I was like, I had that moment engraved in my brain ever since then. It sounded like something like, dang, like life's not fair. That's how it is. I really just felt excluded and just wanted to be heard. And just because that's how he survived doesn't mean that's how life has to be for me. But that's exactly how people stay in that mentality of life is not fair. Because I could have stayed like that my whole life and just told myself, oh, it didn't work out again for me. Well, that's because life's not fair, life's hard, and nothing's gonna work out for me. I could have stayed in that mindset and mentality. I could have had that engraved in my brain, which I do, but I didn't make it my rule book. When something goes wrong, don't tell yourself, well, life is not fair. When you want more, don't tell yourself not to expect too much. And just because your life wasn't always fair doesn't mean you have to keep living like it's not. My microphone wasn't on again, sorry about that. So this whole thought about the sandwich was never about food, it was about freedom. About being told that wanting more makes you greedy and that being soft makes you weak. Yes, sometimes I mistake people pleasing as kindness and overdo it and be too nice, but I'm learning to set boundaries without closing my heart. And softness with boundaries is strength. Softness is divine. Why would I not want to feel my feelings? So this is for everyone that's being told that they're too soft, too needy, or too unrealistic. I'm here to remind you that you're allowed to feel and want and receive. You don't have to shrink yourself to deserve peace. For everyone telling us we're not enough for being soft and we're wanting too much for wanting joy, softness that I was always bullied for became my fucking power. There were so many moments in my life as a kid, as a teenager, like so many moments where I just wanted to give up on life, where I felt lost. My whole life I felt lost. My whole life I felt unhappy. I always wrote on my New Year's goal list to be happy. That was my only thing. I always wanted to be happy. I wrote that down for years. I just want to be happy. Just want to be happy. Happiness, happiness. Not knowing this happiness was already inside me. People buy things and do things so they can have joy. You already have to have that joy inside of you. And then you can attract all your desires and, play the little game and find some more things. But having that joy inside of you is the freaking power. So stop letting people tell you can't have it all. You can have it all. And you will have it all. Everything that you want in life, you can have it. Don't make yourself feel guilty for wanting everything, for wanting to be happy, for wanting to be the best version of yourself. Stop letting them put limitations on you. You're an unlimited being. You have unlimited potential. This life is your creation. You can create whatever you want out of this. Create your own reality, okay? Honor yourself. Go get yourself that sandwich. And as you probably already know, I got myself that sandwich because I deserve it. I am a queen. And whatever the queen wants, she deserves it. She gets it. I love myself so much that I give myself the world. That comes out of pure love for myself, for that person that I am today, for the struggles that I went through. I love myself. I deserve the world. I deserve it now. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. So why do I not get to choose ease and peace and joy today? Why not? So choose your joy today, and I see you in the next video.